Week 7 pick
Boom, 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 boom.
YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with our Week 7 picks. Every game, every week, we got you. Also do score predictions as well a day later, and then Junior has the score predictions on the Patreon. So you get mine here on YouTube, you get his. He's the defending champ. He's the current leader. You get his on the Patreon, but if you sign up for that, you also get my updated playoff predictions every single week and my updated mock drafts every single week. Constant updates there. A lot of access you can get there. So patreon.com/thegoathouse, link at the top of the description. Check it out. It can help us, and you can get extra content. There's the leaderboard. I got a 55/57.
Wait, why is that?
Because if you look at the ESPN group, I have 55. But if you're going off the videos, I have 57. I don't want to talk about how that happened.
I would love to talk about how this happened.
We'll count it 55.
Yeah.
We'll count 55 because that's what I did on.
I think I should get 50 for that Monday night game.
No.
I picked the Lions. They
Pete.
should have won the game.
No.
Right.
I just want to let everybody know that if you're going off my picks in the video, I'm at 57. So I'm looking a little better. I had to pad the stats a little bit.
But we're going off 55.
That's
right?
fine. That's
right.
fine.
All
All right. I just wanted to let them know.
Okay.
And then Danny has some catching up to do, but he's not even here right now. But he sent me his picks. I have Danny's picks, and that's probably for the better because he usually sees who we pick and then picks the opposite to try to catch up, and I think he digs himself a hole, an even bigger hole that way. So it might be for the better. And there was a three-way tie for our group, the Goat House group last week. Now it's just Airborne Allen.
Didn't I tell you like this guy?
You had a feeling. He's got 61. He's beating you, though. Do you like him that much?
I like, man. He messages me constantly, and I give him advice, and then I just don't listen to my advice.
And then he's beating you.
And then he's beating me.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and like the video. 40K is our goal, subscriber goal, so please help us get there. Full NFL content, score predictions coming as well. We got recaps, power rankings, more. So please subscribe. But to this week's predictions, Week 7, a lot of good games. Hopefully the officials don't decide any, but I'm sure they will. Let's get the boys up there. Let's get the boys right up there, ready to go. We got the Chiefs and the Broncos. The Chiefs are on a 2-game losing streak, while the Broncos are on a 2-game winning streak, ladies and gentlemen. And this one's in Mile High, Thursday night football. It's weird. The Chiefs just played on Sunday night a couple weeks ago. Now they're on Thursday night, and the next week they're Sunday night. It's a little odd.
What do you mean that's a little odd?
They're gonna get prime time.
Prime time.
That's the last
I
year.
mean, that's what the hell.
It's a little sketchy with the officiating, but I think the scheduling is, and the way they flex schedules, I think it's a little weird, you know.
Is this flex?
I don't know, but I'm saying just the way they go about scheduling all the time. I don't like the, space out the primetime games a little better. All right, and I don't like flexing games. That's a different conversation though. Who are you guys gonna go with? Should I tell you what Danny's going with?
Danny's taking the Chiefs here. I can tell you that.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you'd be incorrect. No, I'm kidding. He's going with the Chiefs.
Okay. Well, this is what I gotta say. The Chiefs have, ever since that Mahomes kind of ankle issue, it's been weird, and I don't know if you could connect the two or not because it's not like his play has been that bad. Just the team overall is just not. I don't know. Are they broken?
I don't know.
Well, this is what kind of makes me want to pick the Chiefs here, and it's because the Broncos aren't winning 3 in a row. Because what goes up must come down.
So you're going with the Chiefs.
Going with the Chiefs.
Maybe a little closer than you think. I'm going to take the Chiefs, though. Broncos are better than the record says. They're balling right now. They're gaining the momentum back, their energy back. That's good. They could definitely win this game. Division game, rival game at home, Thursday nights. I just think the Chiefs are better, and they're a little beat up right now. I know I doubted the Broncos' pass rush last week, and they proved me wrong, but I do think they may have played the worst offensive line in football currently. The Chiefs, even though they're struggling on the offensive line, they are nowhere near that bad on the offensive line, even though it's a little bit of a struggle right now. What I am worried about is their D-line, concerning that Frank Clark can't get anything going. But I like the Chiefs in this one. For the most part, even though the Broncos are getting some offense going, for the most part, they win on defense. You can slow the Chiefs down. You cannot stop them. I got the Chiefs. Should be a good one on Thursday night, actually, which we probably didn't expect a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, give me the Chiefs as well. I just think they're the better team. I really don't have any other explanation for it.
I feel like
it's tough to prepare on a short week. So I'm just going with the better team here.
All right.
The Broncos, imagine if they won some of those close games early on.
Oh, man. I mean, they could have won 2 of them.
Yeah,
I'd say.
at least.
Yeah.
At least 2 of them. Wow.
It's tough. That's tough, but hey, at least they're gaining some momentum now. All 4 of us, though, for the Chiefs. Interesting to see how that one plays out on Thursday night. The Vikings and the Lions, the NFC North rival game. Let me start it off here.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
As I'm watching this Lions-Packers game
Right.
on Monday night, like early to mid game as it's going through, I'm starting to feel confident about my pick in this game. I always like to point out the matchups. You know, I play the matchup. I pick off the matchup, and I think the matchup favors the Vikings in this game. But I'm not done yet. But let me explain the matchup. Well, first off, it seems like the Vikings, you know, they always play well against the Lions. They always get some sort of ridiculous pass rush going and somehow get to Stafford really easily. It seems like that's how it always is. Even if they're away against Detroit, I know it's in a dome. Maybe the Vikings are just better in a dome because it seems like sometimes away they're a little, you know, shaky. They're just better inside, maybe is what it is. But I think they can get that pass rush going again. But it is a different Lions team. But the main reason I talk about the matchup is the Lions run a whopping 73% of snaps in man coverage. And now I think the Vikings may be the last team you want to run that much man on with Thielen and Diggs. So and having Dalvin Cook too. And the Vikings are rolling on offense. You know, for all those reasons, you know, I think it'll be tough for the Lions. Maybe they'll go towards zone a little bit, but that's kind of going away what they know. But then by the end of the Packers-Lions game, back in my mind, I'm kind of thinking maybe the NFL and the refs owe the Lions one, and maybe they can help them out this week, have some makeup calls. So, you know, for that reason, you know, maybe it's it's a good game. Not that the Lions can't win without it; they definitely can. It's a good game, tight game like always. But I like to pick off based off the matchup. I'm going to go with the Vikings on this one. But that's going to be a good NFC North game and a very important game.
Yeah, I agree. This is probably one of the most important matchups this week, for sure. This is tough because the Lions are home, and their defenses looked good. But I got to go with the more consistent. I'm just going to say the better offense. Not going to say the more consistent offense, just the better offense. I'm going to take the Vikings here. I think they go on the road and get it done. I do think, though, this is not quite squeaker status, but this is a close one. This is going to be a very close one. This is going to be a defensive battle. And that's all I got.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Vikings here as well. Yeah, it's tough to man up those receivers. I mean, even if it's kind of what teams start to do last year on the Vikings was like start to man them up and bracket Diggs and Thielen, and they had nothing else going for them. But now they have Dalvin Cook, who's one of the best running backs in the league. So I think it's just too tough to do what the Lions want to do in this game. So I'm going to go with the Vikings here.
And Danny here is going to make things interesting. He's going to go with the Detroit Lions in this one. And I got a text from him on this game specifically. Was planning on taking the Vikings, but the league will somehow give the Lions a win.
Oh,
and that's
so
kind of
right
what I was
saying.
Yeah, that's kind of. We weren't discussing that really either, so we're on the same page. But I want to make it clear, we don't think the Lions need a gift to win this game. They're definitely good enough to win this game.
Yeah.
You know, but if
Picked
you
them
know,
last week, they should've
one
won.
call, you know, could shift things. But this is a good game. If they let them play like I want every game to be, it's a tight game like it always is. It's a good game, especially in Detroit. I'm looking forward to it.
Was Diggs at practice?
Diggs is happy. He's a happy man
He's a
now.
happy guy.
Yeah, after that game. But we'll see. You know, the Lions, it's weird looking at their record and just it feels like they're much better than that.
They're another team like the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, week 1 and then just this past week. So it's tough. Very definitely a much improved, better Lions team. Rams and the Falcons. I'm just going to go ahead and put Junior over the Rams side.
Get me over there, too.
Get Pete over there. Yeah, Junior said, right. I mean, you called it before the year that the Falcons would struggle, and it's kind of a bold take, and they're really struggling. And then you said you would never pick the Falcons again.
I'm going to step it up even one more.
Okay.
Falcons are dead.
They're dead.
They're dead.
Yeah, and I thought we all 3 of us had one on you last week when you were the only one to pick the Cardinals because, I mean, it's a shootout. Falcons-Cardinals, regardless of the defense, I figured the Falcons are going to win the shootout, which they could have if things went a little better at the end, but they lost the game, and they still have the worst defense in football, so that didn't work out too good.
I predicted the missed field goal, too.
Did you?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm going to take the Rams. The Rams are really struggling. The offense gets going in this game because they're playing the worst defense in football. Goff's really been struggling. The offensive line's really been struggling. But
they made some moves.
this is, I wasn't going to get to that. But this is like what you need. You need the worst defense in football, and you got it.
A little ego boost.
Yeah. I mean, the Chargers been getting those things, and they haven't been executing. But this is
a better team, I think.
This is perfect situation here. You get the worst defense in football. Get Jared Goff's, like you said, just a little energy, a little momentum. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that Danny's taking the Rams. He is taking the Rams.
Ooh.
Shocker. So all four of us for the Rams.
What about the money moves? You said you were going to get to that.
Oh yeah, and then the Rams made some moves today. 3 deals went down in the NFL today. All 3, including had the Rams included. Which were gaining Austin Corbett, which could help them at the guard position, low-risk trade. They traded away Marcus Peters, which, even though he hasn't been good, it concerned me at the time because they are left with basically no corners, and they cleared space, and then there they go. They get Ramsey. And I did do 2 separate trade grade videos on covering all 3 of those trades, though, 2 for 1. But yeah, and then Jalen Ramsey, is he going to suit up for this game? I'd imagine so. I'd imagine he's all of a sudden healthy, but it doesn't matter if he does. I don't think so. If he doesn't, the Falcons should really be able to score, but will it be enough? I need to see the Falcons.
I don't think he does dress, but I still think the Falcons struggle. Is that a surprise?
Coming from you, no.
No.
My problem with the Falcons, we know they have offense, but the offense always starts slow, and that's what kills them. They were down big in the Cardinals game, and I know that you expect the defense to be that bad. You don't expect the offense to struggle early, even though they end up good. We're spending too much time ripping the Falcons right now.
It's all right.
But they deserve it. They deserve it more than anybody.
I don't know about that.
Well, the Dolphins are trying to lose, Pete. The Falcons are trying to win.
I wasn't talking about the Dolphins either.
Oh, okay.
Who are you talking about?
Could be talking about the Bengals. You could be talking about the Titans, the Chargers. I don't know. We'll get there. The Dolphins and the Bills. The Bills.
We're all taking the Bills. We know.
Are we?
Please tell me.
This is soft schedule in NFL history over here.
Oh, whoa.
They're just getting softballs.
It's unreal.
All right, we're taking the Bills. I like this Bills defense, though. You got to credit the Bills defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're good.
All over the place. They're not really lacking anything. Not too many defenses like that. So I want their offense to get going, and this could be that momentum booster for their offense. We'll see. They had to buy at the right time. A couple offensive linemen beat up. Josh Allen had the concussion, even though it looked like he was okay.
The Bills' offense has actually impressed me. It's not as good. It's not. No, I mean, I wasn't even expecting them to be. They keep them in games. Their defense is good, and they're you could have the best defense in the world, but if you can't score on offense, you're.
Yeah, but they're also turning the ball over and making things more interesting.
Right. But the defense obviously helps. But I don't know. The offense has impressed me. It's not. I'm not saying they're amazing.
For I guess how young it is and where Josh Allen needs to improve at. I guess it could be worse. Definitely could be worse.
Right. I was expecting worse.
Yeah. Maybe can the Dolphins pull one out here? Is it possible?
Do they want to pull one out?
Yeah, that's the question. They had a chance on the Redskins. They went for 2 on a terrible 2-point conversion attempt. I don't think they wanted to win that game, but I don't know. You got to say that maybe they have a little bit. It's in Buffalo, though.
They're literally going to pull the move that the Cardinals pulled. Like, Rosen's going to get snaked twice.
Yeah, it was Fitzpatrick, Rosen, Fitzpatrick.
But with the Cardinals, Rosen gets drafted like he's the guy, and then all of a sudden Kyler, and now he's going to get it again.
They're going to draft Tua or Burrow or Herbert, some one of those 3. You can lock it in pretty much.
I kind of feel bad for Mr. Rosen over there.
Yeah.
Where's he going next? Where will he go next?
He's got arm talent. He's got it. You can't just...
He turns the ball over a lot.
Yeah, and so does Baker and Lamar Jackson.
That's true.
They're okay. I'm fine with those guys. And Darnold turns it over, too, and he just won a game. But, yeah, we're all going Bills there. See if the Dolphins can win one this year. Next game's the Jags and the Bengals. See if the Bengals can win one this year.
Get me over there. Said I was never picking the Bengals ever again.
Both of you?
Yep, I'm with them.
The Bengals are junior, or for me, are like junior with the Falcons over there.
Oh, that much hate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but you kind of expect the Bengals to be at least close to this bad. The Falcons,
but I'm just saying they let me down, so I'm just done with them.
Let me check Danny's pick. Yeah, he's on board with this one with the Jags, and I can actually see the Bengals winning this game, but I'm still gonna pick the Jags. I can see this being one of those games because the Jags are kind of down a little bit. They lost a couple straight, but they also lost to the Panthers and the Saints. I just don't see. The Bengals are supposed to be somewhat of an offensive team, but the offensive line being beat up is really what gets them there. But they need more offense. Really, nothing going early in games. The Jags are the better team. It's crazy. The Jags are definitely the better team while having no Jalen Ramsey and Gardner Minshew at quarterback. But yeah, I'll take the Jags as well. But this is kind of one of those games where it could be one of those weird outcomes of the week. But I like the Jags. There's no logical reason to pick the Bengals here. And we're on to the next game of the week, Raiders and Packers. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put myself over to the almighty chosen ones of the 2019 NFL season. They're just given to me. I mean, there's really no other explanation to – I mean, they're going to win. You might as well pencil them in for the Super Bowl possibly,
No,
too.
pen them in.
Pen them in for the Super Bowl? You're that confident?
No.
Yeah.
But, yeah, give me the chosen ones, too.
Green Bay chosen ones.
Look, I love it.
I'm guessing we're going to have a guarantee here. Go house guarantee.
No, but this is definitely a matchup that Danny could try to get cute with.
Let me check the Danny picks.
Let's check
We
your notes.
got the chosen ones.
Oh.
Chosen ones for Danny. The Raiders had a bye. They looked pretty good against the Bears. Totally different type of matchup here, and it's not in London. It's in Lambeau.
And you kind of slowed your momentum.
Yeah, but they had time to game plan for this. It's a good thing against the Packers because it's more of kind of that scripted offense. It's a good time to figure out, things. I think it's going to be an offensive game. Raiders at Packers. I mean, you have to go with the Packers in the offensive game, I feel like. And yeah, we're all on board with the Packers. The Raiders definitely have a chance. They're looking pretty good. They're good at game planning. That could be the difference in this one. Packers are a little beat up. I think Adams can miss another game. Looked like they were missing Savage in that last one. We'll see if he can play. Got to say, though, I got to credit the Packers again. Their offseason, their free agency, getting the Smith pass rushers, the Darius Smith, Preston Smith, those guys have been lights.
Brothers.
They're not brothers, though. But we'll call them that. We'll call them the Smith brothers because they have the same last name, but they're not related, so everyone's clear here. Like those guys. And, let's see if they continue to be the chosen ones of the year. Yeah. Another Goat House guarantee, all four of us. Interesting. Texans and Colts. We might be split on this one because this is a damn good game. Should I give Danny's pick first?
Yeah.
Should we let
I
Danny?
know who he's taking.
Who's he taking?
He's taking the Colts.
You are right. He's taking the Colts. I don't have an explanation for win this one.
Jump on board with them here. It might not be good because Danny's terrible, but
he's listening to this.
I know. But yeah, I just like the Colts at home. They had a bye week. They get some guys healthy, and I just think Frank Reich will have a good game plan against the Texans. Their defense isn't that strong.
He's been playing pretty solid though.
Yeah,
solid enough.
Yeah, but I just got a feeling about this one.
I'm gonna go with the Colts as well. I think a good game. Do I want to make this my squeaker of the week? No, we won't make it my squeaker of the week, but it could be. I just a little more confident. If anybody's new, squeakers decided by 3 points or less. Tight game. It could be. I got a better one, a couple better ones, than this, but I like the Colts in this game. Could go either way. The Colts both these teams are inconsistent. I feel like they're like really good. Like we're looking at maybe top tier teams one week, and then the next week, not so much. So it would be the move for the Colts to kind of blow this one, but a week to prepare, a great coaching staff, get rested. Some guys were hurt. They got to win this game. I mean, Frank Reich versus Bill O'Brien. I think that's like the only thing. The offensive line starting to pick up for the Texans. The only thing that's kind of like holding them back for me is Bill O'Brien. Like that's really the only doubt I have right now. Texans looking good though, so you can't really doubt them. The matchup. I like the Colts at home here.
I'm gonna go Houston.
You're gonna go Houston.
I'm taking Houston on the road here. I have a lot of road picks actually now that I think about it, but I don't know. This is gonna be a close one. Houston. I think they're coming in. They're coming in with some.
They're coming in hot.
They're coming in. No, I wouldn't say hot. Like lukewarm. They're coming in pretty warm.
They beat the Chiefs. It's a good win.
It's a good win, but we're about to see.
But you're picking them though.
But I'm picking them. I believe in them. But I think that I just kind of think that the bye week did more harm than good for the Colts.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see if that pays off for you.
It always seems like
It pays off for you.
there's always like bye weeks either like
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
like either come at the perfect time or at the worst time.
Yeah.
Colts beat the Chiefs on prime time. That was pretty big. That was big time.
Yeah.
And my thinking with the bye week, though, like there's more positives than negatives for the Colts in the bye week because they get rested, they get guys healthy, and you give a coach that much time to game plan because he knows who he's playing. It's already set. You give a great coaching staff that much time. You would think every time every time it looks good for the Colts, they lose. That's my thing with them. That's what I've been saying for weeks. There's one of those weird teams. Now you're pretty sure, even though it's a good game, that the matchup reasons, like all the signs point towards the Colts. That's probably when they blow it. I'm still picking the Colts because that's who I'm picking. But I can see it. I can definitely see them blowing it. But good game. Can't wait for it. Next game's the Cardinals and the Giants. Even though it's like two, I guess lower ranked teams. If you were to rank the teams, I still think it's a good game. I think
it's my squeaker of the week right
it's
here.
Your squeaker of the week. All right,
Saquon playing?
Saquon's supposed to play. They're supposed to get.
And that's why I'm going with the Giants. So. It's gonna be close though. I think it's gonna be high scoring. It's gonna be a good battle though.
How high are we talking?
Oh, probably like I don't know, upper 20s, low 30s.
You talking? Oh, I thought you were talking like Big 12 battle,
no,
like 70 to
we'll
62.
like 35-31, something.
I was getting excited.
No, it's gotta be a squeaker. So 30.
So imagine if we saw. The Rams Chiefs last year was ridiculous. It was like a Big 12 battle. I want to see more of that.
I want to see more.
I'm more of a defensive guy, but I kind of want to see it.
I might see it here. But yeah, I think Saquon's gonna be back here. It should be what they need because the Cardinals' run defense is not very good. But I mean, I can just see both offenses going off in this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Giants. Pretty much. What?
Give me them Giants as well.
You want the Giants as well?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much what Pigskin said over there. I like Saquon running all over the place. The Cardinals run defense isn't so hot. Pass defense, they're supposed to get Patrick Peterson back, but you can still throw on them. And the Giants defense isn't that great, but I think they have talent in the right spots to face the Cardinals. They got athletic guys on the edge. They got a young defensive line. I think that will be the factor besides Saquon in getting after the Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray against that offensive line and Kyler Murray. So I like the Giants, and Danny is.
Don't tell me he did it.
No, he didn't do it. He's gonna go with the New York Football Giants. So actually, all four, and I didn't expect all four of us for the Giants in this game, but the matchup I think definitely favors the Giants. Doesn't always go to plan though in today's NFL. So all four for the Giants, kind of surprising. But we're on to the next game. We got the Niners and the Redskins.
This is a tough one.
Yeah,
I'm all in on the Niners now.
Even against the Redskins?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying like in general, I'm all in.
Colt McCoy, are you kidding me?
Well, I was just saying I've been doubting them this whole time, and I'm just going all in now.
So are you sure you're picking the Niners?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saying for the season though, I'm all in. You guys are like making fun of me.
No, I'm just giving you smack. I'm gonna take the Niners as well. Clear better team. There's really no weakness on this team. Jimmy G could play a little better. Definitely not a weakness at all. I love this pass rush. Love the D line. I like the way. I love the coaching staff. I love the game plan. I love the way they use guys different ways.
I love them.
Jimmy Ward balling out. Good to have him back in there for San Francisco. And they're balling. Even with injuries, they're balling. You wish they're a little healthier, but yeah.
Yeah, they're going to keep balling here. I don't know. All right, I'm going to have to be with Pete. I'm a believer.
You're a believer?
I'm a believer. And now that I say this, they're going to get, smoked by the Redskins.
They're so funny.
What would those Niner fans do if they just got smoked by the Redskins?
Yeah, what would be said? I don't know. What would go through their minds? It
was just a bad week.
This is a rough week, yeah.
Well, next week, my Vikings play the Redskins Thursday night prime time, and Vikings don't have a good track record on prime time. Either does Kirk Cousins and against his...
It's a revenge game.
So I can see them losing that game. So I don't know what I'm going to think if that happens. It's in Minnesota. They're wearing the purple and gold one, those color rush ones. So We're already getting ahead the next week. I'm getting a little excited about it.
They're all purple.
Oh, with the
gold number.
gold writing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They should just throw everybody. These teams with the color rush should just throw everybody off and just go with some random colors that aren't their team's colors.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
God, this
Like
is,
the Packers gross alternates.
The
This
Tank Bowl 2.0. No,
this
no,
is
I'm
painful.
just kidding. Wait. Am I kidding? I don't know.
painful.
Pete, break it down for us, Pete. Break it down for us.
Going-
Tannehill.
Going with the Chargers here.
You got to
Oh.
explain. You got to give it some.
I'm just done with the Titans for now. Like it's just
For
done.
now.
For now. For now.
That's good.
I'm just done.
Until further notice.
Yeah,
It's just bad.
They're on
It's-
hold.
I just don't. I don't know. I think I'm not God, I don't know how to talk right now, but it's just Mariota's the scapegoat right now. That's just what I see it as. I'm not saying he played good. He played bad, but like there's so many more problems with this team. Not defensively, offensively. And it's like it just kind of reminds me of 2 years ago when they fired Malarkey because he wouldn't get rid of Robisky.
That's a bunch of malarkey.
I feel like it's the same thing. They're Vrabel's is afraid to get rid of his guys. Like he's just like friends with all of his offensive buddies over there. Like just I don't. You need to. I mean, if you want to win, you got to make a change. Like
And they did.
Yeah,
At the
at quarterback, it's not the right thing.
What if Tannehill wins?
Offensive line's a mess.
If Tannehill wins and it's a commanding victory.
He wins with authority.
Yeah, with authority.
How you feeling?
I don't know. It just depends on
How many wins does Tannehill have to give you to be all in on him?
It depends on how this game goes. We'll see how the game goes.
No, but
with
how many
authority.
wins? How many
With
wins?
authority.
How many wins does he have to give you to be like, okay, I like him. I love him. 2 wins?
Well, I mean, he's got to if he wins this game, then starts again and wins again, then I'm like, all right.
Well, if he wins this game, he's for sure starting the next game.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying if he wins back-to-back games and gets him back to 500,
Then you're thinking Super Bowl?
No, I'm just buying
Possible MVP?
buying in right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the Chargers. Do I make this my squeaker?
I don't know why you would make it your squeaker.
No. I think it'll be close. It's
I
one of
think
those.
it
A
will.
lot
The
of
defense is good, but like the Chargers are disappointing, but
They're very.
they have a
disappointing.
lot of weapons.
They just
on
lost
offense.
to Devlin Hodges. They're playing Tannehill.
It's the same thing.
Oh.
Whoa. Titans defense is good. I like their defense a lot, but I just don't see. I'm more of a believer in Mariota than Tannehill. But I don't blame them 100% for the change. I blame them for their play calling and, but you can't blame them 100% for their change because you can't just. I think the offensive line's a big problem, but you can't just change the offensive line in a week. And
You can move guys around. They just don't want to. Dennis Kelly is one of their best offensive linemen, and they're just like, he can't play guard, and Conklin can't play guard.
Well, I think they know more than us there.
But I don't understand why you don't just try something.
I don't agree with their play calling, but what are they going to do? They're going to hand it over to somebody else right now. I think it's just easier for them to make the switch. Not saying it's the smartest decision. Not saying it's going to work. Not saying it's the right decision. But I kind of understand, I guess, why they're doing it. But another reason I like Mariota better, or why I don't trust Tannehill a lot in this game, is because it seems like the rest of I could be wrong, but it seems like the rest of the players rather have Mariota.
No, you should have heard Saffold after the game.
Saffold's who's he a fan of?
Not Mario. He hates Mariota. I think.
He's new. I think all the veteran guys.
He just gets him sacked and then just talks trash about him. He's just not a team player at all.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm
I'm gonna go with the Chargers though. Well, yeah, the Broncos had 5 sacks all year, and they got more sacks than that on the Titans in that game. So I think Joey Bosa and the Chargers will be able to handle that in a defensive ball game here. And then you look at the offenses. I trust Phillip Rivers, even though he's struggling, just a little bit more than Ryan Tannehill. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers as well, but it concerns me because Titans are home. Tannehill is well rested.
0-2 at home.
Ooh, but he's well rested.
Tannehill came in though at the end of the game.
Tannehill is
sacked
undefeated at
quite
home.
a few times.
Tannehill is undefeated at home this year.
At Tennessee. They are home in this game.
And another thing, so many people were just saying Tannehill played better than Mariota, but
I didn't even see when he came in.
To me it looked like they wanted to do it all along, and you're probably gonna disagree with that, but it felt like they even more now it felt like they wanted to do that all along. It looks like I know they had to throw it, but it looked like they weren't afraid to try to go downfield, and that actually could be the reason the Titans win this game, because it's not. If it does, it's gonna look like it's because it's Tannehill, but it's because they actually opened the playbook up, and you can throw on the Chargers.
it's gonna piss me off.
If
It's
they
gonna
win,
it's gonna piss me off. They start throwing
they did it in the Broncos game. It's because they had to, but they're gonna do it because they have to.
The thing is, like, he didn't play better than Mariota either. Like, he was in so much better positions. Like, he had the ball. He started with the ball down, like, almost in Denver's territory so many times, and they still didn't put up any points.
Well,
yeah, but he gets to learn the system. For
what is Danny going with? Let's go with Danny here.
Danny's gonna make you feel a lot better, Pete.
Woo!
Wait, I don't know.
No, he's not.
He's taking the Titans. I don't know.
Well, that means we won then.
Yeah. Titans
That's
are winning this
that was
game
the
now.
joke. That's why I said.
Thanks, Danny.
Oh boy,
He's a believer in Tannehill, I guess.
he's a Tannehill guy.
I think
That's what I gathered from that.
Did he have any notes for that one? Or no?
He said that he's a Tannehill guy. Always been. He didn't say that. I just made it up.
Well, I got a quote from Danny here. It's a team with such a great offensive line like the Titans. You got to put Tannehill back there, who has no knees. It's very.
What?
Tannehill has no knees. All right, and then you're gonna throw him in.
All right, move him.
And your offensive line is weak.
Too much time
Let's
on
get to this.
a
Let's
terrible
get
game.
to this Bears game.
Saints and the Bears.
Let Junior.
Well, I'm gonna let
Take it
Danny
away.
first. Danny's going with his hometown Chicago Bears.
Bears.
Oh, Pete.
That was for Danny.
He didn't have a take, but I think it would go along the lines of something like this. I think Trubisky well rested. The team's well rested, even though there's some guys beat up. But Trubisky's gonna bounce back here and do enough.
Starter, yeah.
He's a starter. He's a starter. And he's going to take care of business here. They're going to use Montgomery the right amount because maybe they're worried about Trubisky. I'm just coming up with reasons for the Bears for Danny right now.
There you go.
So maybe they'll run Montgomery a little more, which they should be doing. But they do need to get the ball in Allen Robinson's hands because that guy can play. Yeah.
He's an animal.
What do you got though, Junior? It sounded like it was my pick, but it wasn't even my pick.
I'm taking the Bears, obviously. I don't think the only reason the bye week helped them here was the Trubisky getting healthy. But if that wasn't the case, I think you want to bounce back right away after kind of a devastating loss. But I don't know. I'm kind of concerned because Akeem Hicks is a huge hole that they're losing in the defense. And Kyle Long was clearly not healthy all year because his play was terrible. So I think that's another hole. You got on both sides of the ball on the line, you have big holes. And it's just that scares me. But, got to pick the Bears.
I'm going to go ahead and say this is my squeaker of the week.
Ooh.
I think a very good defensive game. Even though the Bears are missing some guys, that they got guys that step up. They got a lot of good veterans around, including Khalil Mack, that just make guys better. And still going to be a good defensive game. I'm going to take the Saints, though. Their defense is underrated. It's a very good defense. So I think they'll get after Trubisky. I don't really trust Trubisky coming back off the injury, if he indeed is coming back. I don't really trust him too much against like a playmaking defense like the Saints. But I do like the Bears defense in this game too. So, I think Teddy will manage the game. He'll do enough. He's not going to do a whole bunch. I think it's a low-scoring squeaker game here. I got the Saints for the main reason being they're a playmaking defense. Not that the Bears aren't, but more of a playmaking defense, and that'll win the game for them there.
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with Riz over here. I'm going to go with the Saints.
Hey.
I just don't know.
Nobody knows.
I just don't know. Nobody knows. I just don't know how Trubisky's going to do off the injury here. It sounds like he's going to play, right?
It sounds like he's going to play.
Yeah. I just don't know how it's going to be. I know it's on his throwing arm, but still, just like him
he's going to be scared every time he scrambles.
Take a hit. I mean, it's
not
going to feel good.
He's not really the type to be scared.
I don't think so either, but I'm just saying, like, takes a hit on that, takes it on that side. It's not gonna feel good. So, I'm just going with the Saints. They're hot right now.
How hot are they?
Like a
scale of 1 to 7.
Yeah,
1 to 7.
That's 7 scale. That's a good one.
6.
Ooh, not 7.
No,
they haven't lost with Teddy.
Max. I know it's hot. That's what I'm saying. That's
but
like
6 out of 7 is not.
I'm just trying to think of beat up
spicy
sauces right now, and I can't really.
You're getting hungry?
No, I just can't really think of like there's blazing. Then what's after that? Like
they're not blazing.
Nothing after.
They're not blazing. That's what I mean. They're not. So they're not a 7. They're a 6.
I'd say they're blazing.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'd say they're right under blazing. This could
They're
put them
just
in
hot.
blazing
They're just
category.
hot.
Yeah, they're like hot barbecue.
That's a bunch of malarkey. We're moving on to the next game. Ravens and Seahawks. Two teams pretty hot right now. Seahawks a little hotter.
How hot?
They're a little hotter than the Ravens.
Ooh,
and
Wait, what?
But
Then the Saints.
no, the Ravens. They're playing
Scale
the
1 to
Ravens.
7.
They're both two teams that are hot.
Put them on a scale 1 to 7.
The Seahawks are about a 6, and then the Ravens are about a 4.5.
Okay.
Okay.
The Ravens won 2 straight. Lost a couple before then. They were shrieking. They weren't hot. They were cold, but they got it
Streaks.
together. This should be a good game, though. Will Dissly out for the Seahawks. That's tough because they traded their other tight end, Nick Van Nett, so it's going to be Luke Wilson for them. So that's rough. That offense takes a hit. I think Lamar Jackson could present some problems for them, too. But I still got to go with the Seahawks at home. Chris Carson's really getting going. Russell Wilson's really getting going. And what does that mean? It means they're unpredictable. They get the run game going, opens up the pass game, or vice versa, and that'll be the difference in this game. We'll see if Marcus Peters suits up for the Ravens. Don't think it that's interesting. I just thought that he just got torched by the Seahawks a couple weeks ago, and now he's going to get to do it again. What an honor.
What an honor.
Yeah,
he can miss some more tackles, too.
Yeah, let me stop. I think he can get it going again in his career. He's still young, new change of scenery, but yeah, it can't be too fun playing against Russell Wilson. I mean, he was going to play him again anyways if he stayed on the Rams, but, just so soon. I'm rambling right now. Somebody else go.
It's okay, all right.
Take the mic.
Give me the Seahawks. Give me them at home. I love everything about them.
What's your favorite part about him, though?
Russell Wilson's definitely my favorite.
Is he your MVP?
He's my MVP.
He's
for
my
sure
MVP right now. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's a 7 out of 7 in the hot meter right now.
Okay.
And just wow. That's all I got. Wow.
Yeah, I'm really liking the Seahawks right now, especially at home in this game. Look at the teams that the Ravens beat. It's not very good. I still think they're a good team. I picked them to win a division. And I still kind of believe in them to win the division. But I just think the Seahawks are a better team right now.
Well, look what Danny's about to do.
No.
He's about to go with the Seahawks.
Oh.
Just trolling a little bit. Yeah, usually we say when Danny's not here that maybe he likes a good bird. That's why he would go with the Seahawks, but they're both birds though.
Oh, that's true.
So I really don't know. I guess them being home and Russell Wilson, I mean, he's not here to defend himself, so I'm just kind of just making stuff up right now. But we're on to the next game. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys on Sunday night football. Fun fact for everybody. Fun fact, I'm 100% on Eagles games this year. 100%.
Wow.
Had some doubters along the way, but I'm proud to say never lost an Eagles game.
Who do you thank the most for that?
Myself.
Okay.
I'm going to go last. We're going to save me for last then.
Okay. Well, this is my squeaker of the week.
Okay.
But I'm taking the boys.
You're taking the boys.
In this matchup, I was taking whoever was home.
That tight.
Simply. That's how it's a squeaker for me. So that was my determining factor was the home team here.
What do you got, Pete?
Who do you got?
Who do you got?
But I want to be right on it, so I have the Eagles.
You got the Eagles?
I mean, I go back to like our playoff predictions here using playoffpredictors.com. I chose the Eagles to win the division, and I just like their team a lot better right now. I said at the beginning of the year that Jason Garrett's going to be the reason why the Cowboys disappoint, and you just saw the video going viral of his defense coming off the field, and Garrett's trying to get high fives from him, and they're just walking right by him, not getting high fives.
That's great. Classic.
That just shows like what some of the players think of their coach. So, yeah, I mean, Eagles had a tough game last week, but I think they'll bounce back. It'll be a close game still. I'm not saying Eagles are going to kill them, but I just have more faith in the Eagles.
Wait, did Vanderbosch not give him a high five?
I don't know. I didn't see Vanderbosch. He's overrated too.
Did he give him a high? Was he not in the video? Is he not in the video?
He's not in the video. I didn't see
Who's in the video? Who's being a jerk?
I don't know.
All right.
Danny's going with the boys. He's going with the boys.
Can I switch?
Sunday Night Football.
Yes, I'm feeling good.
So who am I going with here? Who am I going? Yeah, this would be actually the Cowboys' time to turn it around. They always have that moment, they're super inconsistent every year. Like they go on a winning streak, then they go on a losing streak. Everyone doubts them, and then it seems like a primetime game. They turn it around. But I'm going with the Eagles here.
Yes, I'm feeling good now.
Sunday Night Football. A little more confident in them. The Cowboys are a disaster, and with play calling, with really quarterback play, which is kind of surprising right now. Offensive line a little beat up. I know getting healthier. Zeke, I believe in Zeke, but he doesn't even look right at the moment. And the defense, it's pretty much Jalen Smith. You expect way more from the defense. There's some guys that aren't playing bad. They're doing okay. They're doing enough, but it just feels like it's only Jalen Smith playing at that Cowboys defense level. But the main reason I'm picking the Eagles is because Doug Peterson, he came out and said, basically, not exact words, but he basically came out and said, we're going to go in there and we're going to hit them every play, and we're going to win that game.
Wow.
That's along the lines. That's not the exact quote, but that's what I gathered from that interview, and I like that. Every coach is confident and says, thinks that, but you don't actually hear them come out right after a game where they just got their ass beat and just say that.
They're going to win.
What?
He said they're going to win.
Yeah, I know.
Is that what you said?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Well, he literally said that?
He said they're going to go.
win.
They're going to get it ready, and they're going to win. I just changed the words a little bit. It sounded better.
Yeah, you did say that. So I was like,
I love the confidence in that.
Yeah, you reminded me. I did see that. He's like, yeah, we're gonna win. He said like they're just gonna win.
I like it.
I know.
I like it, and I still like this offense.
I think he's my favorite coach in the NFL. I'm not even
Whoa.
kidding. I'm not even kidding.
How do you not go with Malarkey?
Oh, I love Malarkey. I wish we still had
He's not
Malarkey.
in the NFL, is he?
I
Is
know.
he like
I don't know what where he's
tight
at.
end coach of the Falcons or something?
Something like, yeah, he is, yeah.
Oh?
How do I know that?
They're struggling. Hey, Austin Hooper's playing though.
He's playing. Yeah, he's having his career year. Malarkey, the tight end coach of the year. He's the front runner for Danny Provolone Man of the Year right now. I have to say, but I'm gonna go with the Birds here. I think the offense. Even though they scored 20 points last week, which is a decent amount, it felt like they were moving the ball, pretty well. So I think they got to get that going. But it's tough to win in Dallas on prime time in a rival game. So that's tough, and that's why it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a good game. But I like the Eagles.
Who did they lose to on prime time? Was it Saints?
Who are you talking about?
Cowboys?
Yeah.
Good.
I want to switch my pick.
Do you?
Just because of the Doug Peterson speech.
I
Are
think
you gonna switch it?
I think he's the best coach in the NFL.
I think I got it.
I didn't like the game plan and play call against the Vikings. I thought they could have moved the ball a little better.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I don't know why they were running the ball.
One game doesn't decide.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
I'm gonna screw
Belichick's the best
I'm gonna
coach.
screw
Come
myself,
on,
but I'm swapping.
you're swapping.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that. But
Sorry, Danny.
Every time I swap my pick, it's wrong. The original pick was right 100%, not 99, 100% of the time. We'll see what Junior's percentage is after this week here.
I gotta switch it here on the app.
Bills.
I think I persuaded you here.
That I didn't know about that speech. I love that. I love confidence like that in the head coach.
Watch him get his ass beat.
Yeah, watch him and his visor with his fake hair.
No, they're gonna come out,
ready to go.
hustling and wrestling.
Oh, they're gonna be wrestling, all right.
It's gonna be real wrestling.
Speaking of wrestling,
What do you mean? Speaking of wrestling?
get to the next match.
Oh, the next match.
There's gonna be some wrestling.
Oh, the Patriots. and the Jets.
Monday night.
Sam Darnold home on Monday night. He's back. The mono made him better than ever.
This is getting out of hand,
This is
though.
getting out of hand.
Monomaniac.
Yeah.
Give me the Patriots.
Whoa.
He beat the Cowboys because he was breathing on that ball and then passing it. He's passing his disease all over the field.
And the
To his
smelling
teammates?
salts, him and Gase.
What?
To his teammates?
No, to the other guys.
You threw one pick, but
I found some smelling salts the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, at the golf course. But besides the fact, I'm taking.
Did you pound them?
I tried to sniff them, but they had no sense. They were burned. Gase was there.
Gase already used them.
confirmed.
Confirmed. I'm taking the Patriots. Obviously,
Obviously. What
I
do you
think
mean?
I think they're gonna shellac them.
You think
You
so?
think?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
No, I
actually.
think so. Because I think
I mean, you just can't bet against Big Tom, but
right. And Darnold right now, he's thinking, "Oh my God, mono made me stronger." And then
I don't know. If he's
Gase
actually-
is like, "Oh my God, my smelling salts are finally working." This is a perfect time for Brady to go in there and just absolutely pound them. He's going to do
The
that.
smelling salts?
No.
I
He's going to pound the Jets. New York, same thing.
The Patriots offense hasn't been that impressive. They've done enough, but they haven't. They could be better. Brady hasn't been playing his best. This Jets defense is good. They got a lot of energy right now. Got a lot of energy.
You think Darnold's going to throw all over him? Am I missing something here? I think I'm missing something here.
Like a Drake line.
This is getting out of hand. Can't even keep it together right now. I didn't say no. I love the Patriots. You guys are losing it.
I caught it late.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love the Patriots defense. So I don't. Your question was, will Darnold go off here? I don't really think so. I'm not. Darnold looked good, super impressive. He'll have his moments, but he'll have his bad moments. At the same time, you're still laughing. I love the Jets defense. Jamal Adams, Quinnen Williams. Hopefully they get C.J. Mosley back. A long list of guys. I'm taking the Patriots though, just more trust in those guys. But in New York and with the hype and the energy, watch out for those Jets right now, ladies and gentlemen. Even in this game and going forward because of the schedule. And then Danny is going with the Patriots. So all four of us for the Pats, but can't really sleep on those Jets yet. I know. I'm not a huge Gase guy though. That's the thing with me.
What?
Not a huge. I played Gase in some skits, but I'm not a huge Gase fan.
That's probably my favorite coach right now in the NFL.
Oh boy, for the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reason, not for his coaching. Not for his coaching.
Okay.
For just him, he's just an interesting feller.
Yeah, and he never really used to be. Like, kind of came out of nowhere. Maybe too much smelling salts, or maybe
the head coaching jobs kind of got to his head.
Maybe
or it's the smelling salts and the drugs.
Yeah.
He's on drugs. He's 100% on drugs.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Well, there's your bye week team. Who wins the bye week? Not the Panthers because they're hot. They're 7 on that hot.
They're an 8 on that scale.
Yeah, on that 7 scale, they're 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say maybe 10.
I would go that high.
Yeah. So definitely you don't want to cool this team down. But McCaffrey's a little sore because he does a lot for this team. So I guess that could be the positive if you think about it.
Rest is always good when you have sore nuts.
Rest is good. Rest is good. Yeah. Who's your bye team of the week?
I'm going to go with the Browns.
The Browns.
I think the Browns they need to take a good long look in the mirror here. And I don't know what that's going to do or what they're going to figure out, but they need to do that.
Maybe they trade for Trent Williams. Maybe they do something.
Maybe, but I don't know if that fixes their problems.
Maybe they just slap Freddie Kitchens in the kitchen.
That might help, but I think trading for Trent Williams is like a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. This team is...
They trade for him, and then Trent's just like, I'm not feeling it.
I'm going to
sit this one out, guys. All right.
You think he's going to come in out of shape?
Could.
He's a big boy.
He's had his injuries in the past, too. I think he's very good. He might be the best left tackle in football. He was, but I don't know. We'll see if they actually do it. I'm going to go with what am I going to go with?
I know what I would go with.
I'm going to go with the Steelers.
He says it. What?
Yeah, I would go with the Steelers. But
He would go with the Steelers, too. I'll put you over there.
But Duck hasn't. He's streaking.
yeah, he wasn't very good.
Eh.
They get Rudy back.
They get Rudy back, get healthy, and I can't really pick the Browns because they're just the Browns right now in Tampa.
Who?
The Bucks.
Who?
I can't pick them. They're just all over the place. They score 55 points, and you're like, okay, Bucks offense.
What did I say after they scored 55 points?
It's never happened again. I was on board with that, but you still had maybe. I wasn't a big believer because it's just the same old Bucks, but maybe there's a little more belief because it was kind of impressive. But it turns out no, and it turns out the Rams were kind of struggling too. So definitely can't pick the Panthers for the reasons we explained. I just got pretty much the only choice is the Steelers here.
So who's Danny taking?
Danny's taking. I don't know what he's taking. He didn't tell me.
What?
He didn't tell me who he's taking in the bye week. We're gonna have a talk with him on it.
We're
We're gonna give him the Bucks.
He's a big Bruce. How do you say his last name?
Arians.
He's a big Bruce Arians guy.
You don't know how to say Arians.
Yeah.
I thought it was pronounced weird.
We just lost all credibility right there. All of it's gone.
Arians? I just didn't know how to say it correctly. Sue me.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to take the Bucs because they got to figure out what to do with Winston and his 5 interceptions and fumble.
If I'm the Bucs, I'm not re-signing Winston.
No, they're not going. Arians ain't going to do it.
Right, but like, what's the market for a Jameis Winston?
I don't know.
Tennessee?
I don't think so.
What's
Chicago?
No, please, dear Jesus.
Backup somewhere.
You
Cheap.
think he's gonna turn into a backup?
Maybe like I mean,
Is he Big Ben's replacement?
I like Winston. He's a good guy to have in a locker room. You know, he's a motivator.
I don't know about that.
No, he's a motivator.
He's a weirdo.
He's a
Yeah,
weirdo.
yeah, maybe. I like him.
I think the Broncos will take him.
I like Winston. I just
Maybe.
don't really like him. You know,
No, they got Drew
the way he
Lock.
throws
Broncos
sometimes.
just play musical quarterbacks every year.
You're not going to take him. I don't know. It's just free agency, long ways away, but it's going to be interesting. Very interesting, especially the draft too with all these quarterbacks.
Am I doing my players or
You're
no?
doing your players of each team. Pete's favorite players of each team. That's what we do every bye week as tradition. That's what we do.
Browns, Jarvis Landry. I'm a big Jarvis Landry guy.
Why?
They didn't give him the ball.
Not Baker.
What?
Not Baker.
Baker's been. I used to like Baker. He's kind of pissing me off.
His
this year.
commercials make me laugh.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just pissing me off this year. But
Well, a little too cocky.
Jarvis Landry, baller. Give him the ball. He just goes all out for his team. Like he does whatever. He just throws blocks. Does whatever it takes.
I know your Steelers one.
Who?
Juju Smith's sister.
No.
Oh,
He's
what?
blowing it for my fantasy team.
Oh,
Cameron Sutton.
Cameron
He
Sutton.
had a pick.
Tennessee Vol.
He had a pick last week. Panthers, Rashawn Golden.
You're not gonna go Kyle Allen.
He's
Go
gonna
with
go
the
all
kid.
Tennessee Vols.
Tennessee Vol.
Go with the kid.
He's a stud, though.
Go with the kid.
Bucks. I was a big Mike Evans guy, but like he's
Godwin.
He's pretty. I know. That's all I'm going with. I think Chris Godwin's better than Mike Evans.
This year.
Yeah.
He may have more to his. He definitely has more to his game than Mike Evans.
Mike Evans has just been disappointing.
today's
I like
NFL, that might
Mike
mean-
Evans. Like I like.
I mean, find a flaw in Chris Godwin's game.
He's smooth.
You just can't.
He's just
What did he hurt it? He was like hurt 2 weeks ago. He's kind of. I think he's dealing with the hip.
I think he's
He's
gonna
just
be
so
okay.
smooth.
He's carrying the load.
His
That's
routes
why.
are smooth. He's fast. He's elusive.
He's so fast. He
Catches
makes
the
fast people
ball
look not
nice.
fast.
Yeah. He's a great player.
All right.
That's all I got.
Well, okay. That's going to do it. We're back every week with these picks. Also do my score predictions every Wednesday. We got junior score predictions come out in the Patreon along with plenty more action. Hustling the wrestling here at the Goat House. We got you covered. Please subscribe. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You took my